Good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman and Lana Ferguson, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. It is Monday,
Monday.
June 26th. June
Oh, wow.
26th. We are
Where-
almost through the 6th month of the year.
Yes. Where did that go?
I don't know. What happened here? How come we're so far in? And I don't know what's happened. How come this has gotten so far out of hand? This June month has gone so quickly.
Because life is just so full of wonderful things sometimes, it just goes fast.
Fast.
Yesterday was one day, today's another.
Oh, is that how that works?
I guess. I don't know. I went through mail that was clear back in 22.
Ah.
Yeah, that was a fun trip.
It's about time you read your mail, Anna.
Well, yeah. Yes, I need to stop saying yeah. Yeah. I've been around too many.
Well, I've got some that I haven't opened since May, but it's junk. I think I have one thing from my dentist that says, "Hey, you want to pay attention to me, buddy boy?" All right, 53 degrees in San Jose. We are going to get up into the 90s this week, but not until later in the week. So 53, we're going to probably get into the low 70s today, low 70s through Wednesday, and then Thursday it's going to start to warm up. What are you having, Gretna?
We have 62. It's going to get to 80, 86.
Well, we're going to start flipping numbers, I've got a feeling, here pretty soon.
Oh, I think you are too, because I think we're going to be a little cooler. But today is going to be a nice warm day, and we are headed for Fremont, Nebraska, to a water park.
Nebraska. Where's Fremont, Nebraska?
Fremont is to the west about, I think it might be not quite an hour away. But the kids, the girls and their friend Duke, their little friend Duke, they're wanting to do things. So Jenna and I planned this day. Jenna thought it'd be great. So I've got the day off. I need a day off. I need a real day off.
You do. All right. We've got a Fremont just north of us.
Do you? Does it have a water park?
It doesn't.
Maybe
but it's got Tesla. That's where Tesla manufactures.
My granddaughter is driving a Tesla out in Arizona.
Well, good for her.
That's what I'm saying. Good for you. I noticed she didn't drive it back to Nebraska, though. I don't know where you plug in between here and there, and I'm sure there's places.
Well, I'm sure there are.
But I'm wondering,
what if there's not?
Well, that's the biggest thing. When this started, there were cars, and I had a friend in Amherst, Nebraska, that actually had one. His name was Ryan. And you could plug them in, and you also put gas in them.
Yeah, so those are hybrids.
The hybrids. What's wrong with a hybrid?
Well, because we must go to full electric. We don't want to use those fuels anymore. Those are bad things. So here's what's happening to the states that have the most electric cars right now. They are losing tax revenue that they use to maintain their roads. So now they're looking for ways to tax the electric cars, whether they're going to make them pay more in registration, whether you're going to add on extra taxes when you purchase them so that they can still keep getting that money in. We're not going to be saving a darn thing. That's the gist of this mess. Oh, you're going to be saving so much money. It's going to be so much better for the earth. Okay. Well, you haven't proven anything yet, and now you're going to try and tax us out of the world.
Well, we're either going to be out or we're going to be rainbowed out. and it's not going to be the right rainbow. I am so sick and tired of that. I could just scream.
Well, that's a good thing about the end of June coming.
Oh yeah, June to be over, and the umbrellas and all of this, and the people that have passion, have passion. I'm getting tired of passion, and I'm wondering if maybe the good Lord isn't getting tired of passion too. I
What?
mean, we're supposed to love people, and I understand that, but when the
I don't
focus
think
is
that'll ever go out of style.
loving people, or
Yeah, loving
I
people.
don't either. I really, if you know what love is, and if you don't know what love is, then you haven't got it anyhow. So you know what I mean. Maybe you
Well,
don't.
if you could answer Foreigner's question, can you tell me what love is?
Oh, I want to know what love is.
Yeah, I want to know what love
I
is.
think that there are so many people that go around in circles. That's another song, right?
And then again, Tina Turner would have had it right. What's
Yeah,
love
what's
got
love
to do
got to
with
do
it?
with it? Well, that's what it's basically about with a lot of people. They don't know what love has got to do with it. They continue to live in their little ruts and think that it's going to be okay. Everything will be okay. No, it won't. You know, I keep going and thinking about these ordinances we've been reading. And there's been a few, and I needed to mark it and I didn't. The one was, this is a lasting ordinance. It's not going to go away. And I'm thinking that's one I should have written on my arm because that's been there
Well,
a long time.
it has been there a long time, but we are under a different covenant.
Not under the different laws. Remember,
We're
Jesus
not.
said,
We're,
hang all the laws on me. That's kind of tough to take because a lot of people feel that they've got the freedom under the cross to do whatever they want and it's always going to be forgiven.
the cross does not cover everything. It doesn't make things go away. You're right about that. You're right about the laws, and we have
Yeah,
to understand. And we have to understand what sin is about. And those sins, those original sins, did not go away.
no, they haven't.
So one of my friends put something up, a little controversial, and a fellow sent her a message saying, "These are the things that have changed in the Bible." And I'm going, well, no, they haven't changed, because it is written that if you change a single dot or tittle,
Yeah,
you are damned. You Things will not go well for you.
no. And we've got to remember that
Yeah,
God doesn't change.
yeah.
He's not going to change. There's
That's it.
things that, yeah, he put in, and we're going to learn more about that unchanging word here in a little bit after we get through. How many birthdays did you say you
I
had?
think I've got about 5 or so, but let's check them out real quickly.
Okay.
Happy birthday shout out, Stacy Wong. She is a realtor here in the South Bay. Stacy, want to wish you a very happy birthday. Barbara Lynn Barris, also another realtor in the South Bay in the Silicon Valley. She has been president of our organization, the Santa Clara County Association of Realtors, and she is just smart as a whip. I mean, she runs circles around most people, and I would be
That's really
considered.
good.
She is awesome. Awesome. So Barbara, happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Pedro Jose Benitez Rodriguez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pedro.
Yes.
Pedro. Pedro.
Pedro.
Pedro what?
Vote for Pedro. Josue.
Josue
So
Benitez Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Now, we met him through some friends from Gittimer, and he is down in, I believe, in Ecuador, and has his own small business there, taking care of his family. So,
Wow.
Pedro, happy birthday to you. God
Happy
bless you,
birthday,
man.
Pedro.
And then this last young man is somebody that we got to know through church. Kevin Michael McOs. He's a young man. He is probably, I don't know, 36, 37 years old now. Kevin, wishing you a very happy birthday, young man. Enjoy it. God bless you. If it is your birthday out there, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. Enjoy this day. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. All right, let's talk about our friends that we're in prayer for. Curtis Brown, Red Burkheimer, Shelly Elliott, Nancy Kirkbrand, Ashley Van Winkle, Jeff Rainey, Eric Beloved Flournoy and family, Wilder Lee Jacobson, Nathan Liegenfelter, Rob Richardson, Michael Martin, Heidi Balladay,
Sue Tavares, Jeanette Tibio, Brad Goodwin, Mercedes, Sadie Dawn Wimpin, Brandon, Grace, and Elisha Robinson, Lashana Harper, Gina Rosen, Bill and Lois Dobbs, Roger Bowie and his family, Dexter Thompson and his family, Terry and Carmen, and we have Carol Lindell, Ronan Bowie. I hope he's having a great summer. They've got him moving around, and I just hope
amen.
he's smiling. Anna, Debbie Schultz Bendendorf and her daughter, Julie Brennan. Prayers for you always, Julie. Mike Ferguson and his family, Pamela Bowie, Valerie, her sister, and her mother, Danique Bowie. And blessings for you across the water. Sarah, Doug Wing. Good morning, Doug. Darlene Coachman. Good morning, Darlene.
Yeah.
And hope things are going well. I know that you're happy. You've got one of your significants there now, your son. That's great. Andrew Northwall, Anne, and Julie, and also you, Coach. Always
Amen.
prayers for you.
Amen. And you also, Lana.
Thank you.
As we all have things that we're dealing with.
When you have to tear down mountains, it's tough. But you know what? Jesus says in his word that if we speak to that mountain, he'll remove it for us if we have the faith of a mustard seed. So that's what we're doing, speaking to mountains.
All right. Here's what we're going to be reading today, and it's Ephesians 6:10 through 20, and then Numbers. Got it wrong there. I apparently didn't change something. So,
well, see, that's where I got so confused. I've got to start straightening that out. I was looking for 15, and all it went to was 41.
Well, that's because you chastised me yesterday. I felt so bad I left it on 15. So now we're at 16.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. I'm going to throw it down.
I'll handle that. Everything else is too. So let's see. I might as well. I'll put that on me. I can carry that.
That's going to go on your grave. I guess it was my fault.
It was my fault. But I'm not here. So, throw all the dirt you want on me. I don't care.
There you go. Keep throwing dirt. Number 16, 1 through 50. All right. Let's take a look and see who's joined us this morning. Real quickly. Sandy Archer. Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
7691. Later. Sandy, you have a wonderful day. God bless you. Thank you for coming in.
God bless you.
Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. All right. Bradley Sherritt's good morning, everyone. 72103. Well, Bradley.
Sounds like a time after lunch, 103.
That sounds like your favorite radio station. Time to check in on KSAN 103. No, Bradley, you have an awesome day. God bless you, man. Stay out of the heat.
Yes.
Keep yourself hydrated. Amen. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Bradley. God bless, man. And Diane Desserts Harris. Good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Diane, good morning to you. God bless you. Thank you for being here. We're grateful for that. Both you and Dave have an awesome day, Monday. Enjoy it. Hope Dave is doing well. Haven't seen anything posted in a while, but Dave, wishing you a great day. And both of you guys, thank you for being here, Diane. We're grateful for you. And Kathy Sherritt's Carvajal. Happy Monday to you all. Enjoy the day. 5488.
Oh, that 54. Cool.
I think that Kathy's going to be seeing triple digits by the end of the week. I would imagine it's going to get.
I wonder where Lana is today.
She's enjoying the beach, the view, having an awesome time.
Drinking coffee, looking at the beach.
Kathy, you have a wonderful day, both you and Arnie. Enjoy it.
Kathy, he doesn't know how hot it's going to get. So don't worry about the sizzling heat that Charles thinks is coming. He won't endure it anyhow. He'll be inside.
I'll definitely be in the air conditioning. Once it gets over 80, I'm inside.
I can hardly wait for today. I'm taking lotion. I'm going to lay.
Well, let's see.
Kathy says the hundreds will be arriving by Friday. Well, I
try and tell no lies.
Well, I try and just avoid the rash.
I have got my favorite weatherman that very seldom steers me wrong. Stirs you. Yeah.
He stirs you too. When he says it's going to be 100, Charles gets stirred. That's funny.
That is it.
Round and around.
That's it.
You know, there's so many songs that I've been thinking about. I think it's kind of like a mental illness sometimes when you get back into that.
I've got an earworm that doesn't end. So, Kathy, I'm sorry about the hundreds, but you guys know how to handle it, just like Bradley knows how to handle it. We all know how to handle it. We all know what each of us can handle. So,
suntan oil, get you a little chair, sit out with a bottle of water.
That is
it. Some people do that with alcohol. That's not a good idea.
I want to head to the beach.
Oh, that'd be fun.
With a million other people. So, and that's what'll happen by the end of this week. There'll be 1 million people at the beach from Santa Cruz down to Capitola, then Monterey.
That's why we send them out there, Charles.
Stop it. Stop it.
They have a beach. They have electric plug-ins where you can plug in your car.
That's right. If you ever get an electric car, we got plug-ins.
They've got plug-ins.
They're here. Check them out.
They're not so sure they have electricity, but they've got plug-ins.
Well, the one thing about their plug-ins around here and through the state of California, they're going to be solar powered. So.
Oh, that'll be good, especially on a dark day.
Well, we don't have many dark days. Everything in California is obviously, especially in June, sunshine and rainbows. All right.
Yeah, everywhere.
Let's get it on. Let's go to the armor of God. Kathy, you have a wonderful day.
Have a good one, Kathy.
A big hug to your husband, Arnie, and you guys enjoy this day. God bless you.
I heard about Lana. She generally is here. Did she tell you she wasn't coming?
She better not tell me she's not coming. I mean,
we better go to the armor. I'm needing some today.
Yeah. So let's go. The armor of God. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the full armor of God, so that you'll be able to stand firm against the schemes of the devil. For the struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the full armor of God, so that you'll be able to resist in the evil day, and having done everything to stand firm. Stand firm, therefore, having girded your loins with truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. In addition to all, taking up the shield of faith, with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. With all prayer and petition, pray at all times in the Spirit, and with this in view, be on the alert with all perseverance and petition for all the saints. And pray on my behalf that utterance may be given to me in the opening of my mouth, to make known with boldness the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that in proclaiming it I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, telling us, each and every one of us, to be prepared, put on the whole armor of God. There's a lot of evil out there, and I'm seeing a cattail hanging out.
I was going to say,
what's that coming out of Lana's ear? We are
you.
to be prepared each and every day. God bless. And I forgot to mention yesterday, I listened to a service coming from Life Valley Community Church. Their normal pastor was not preaching yesterday. They had a man that came in, and I can't remember the name of his group, but they take care of women and children that have been abused, that have been sold into sex slavery, and have been trafficked. And last year they helped 34, I think it was 3,403 people last year to be recovered from trafficking. And he goes, just remember, there is, with that number, each number has a face. And there are hundreds of thousands of people each year that are sold into sex slavery and are part of the human trafficking problem. And so what he talked about yesterday was well worth listening to and paying attention to and making sure. There's Bob. Hey, Bob. But
where? Oh, there.
Yeah.
Bob, can you
had a
say
story.
hello? Just where you are not supposed. My computer says that it's running low, that I might plug it in. Well, I got news. It is plugged in.
Oops. Okay. Well, Lana's going to take us on into Numbers 16. And should Lana go away, I'll help out.
Okay, should we just start there? I wanted to make a comment, though, about the trafficking and what's going on there. And there is the movie that's coming out on July 4th. The tickets are really going fast. But, you know, in our world today, there are a lot of people that like to say that's really not a true thing, but it is true. We have a facility here in Omaha. It's called Broken Wings. And they help those that have been abused, even right here, and those that have been trafficked. And the stories that they tell are absolutely horrible. This is not going to work. I'm going to have to go over Charles in a little bit. So I'm going to start reading, and then if I drop off, I'll try and come back, okay?
Okay, you got it.
All right. All right.
Number 16.
Number 16. Many leaders rebel against Moses. Korah, son of Ishar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and certain Reubenites, Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab, and son of Peleth, became insolent and rose up against Moses. With them were 250 Israelite men, well-known community leaders who had been appointed members of the council. They came as a group to oppose Moses and Aaron and said to them, "You have gone too far. The whole community is holy, every one of them, and the Lord is with them. Why then do you set yourselves above the Lord's assembly?" When Moses heard this, he fell face down. Then he said to Korah and all his followers, "In the morning the Lord will show who belongs to him and who is holy, and he will have that person come near him. The man he chooses, he will cause to come near him. You, Korah, and all your followers are to do this. Take censers, and tomorrow put fire and incense in them before the Lord. The man the Lord chooses will be the one who is holy. You Levites have gone too far. Moses also said to Korah, now listen, you Levites, isn't it enough for you that the God of Israel has separated you from the rest of the Israelite community?
Okay, I'm going to take over for Lana real quick as she gets herself set up. And I'm going to do this. Thus Korah assembled all the congregation against him at the doorway of the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the congregation. Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them instantly. But they fell on their faces and said, O God, God of the spirits of all flesh, when one man sins, will you be angry with the entire congregation? Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the congregation, saying, get back from around the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Then Moses arose and went to Dathan and Abiram with the elders of Israel following him. And he spoke to the congregation, saying, depart now from the tents of these wicked men, or you will be swept away in all their sin. So they got back from around the dwellings of Korah, Dathan, Abiram. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood at the doorway of their tents, along with their wives and their sons and their little ones. Moses said, by this you shall know that the Lord has sent me to do all these deeds, for this is not my doing. If these men die the death of all men, or if they suffer the fate of all men, then the Lord has not sent me. But if the Lord brings about an entirely new thing, and the ground opens its mouth and swallows them up with all that is theirs, and they descend alive into Sheol, then you will understand that these men have spurned the Lord. As he finished,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. If you want to start from 31 and maybe read through 40, and I'll finish up.
I
You
can't
can't hear.
you.
Okay, then I'm gonna go on. As he finished speaking all these words, the ground that was under them split open, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their households and all the men who belonged to Korah with their possessions.
Hello?
So they, can you hear, Lana? Okay. So they and all belonged to them went down alive to Sheol, and the earth closed over them, and they perished from the midst of the assembly. All Israel who were around them fled, and their outcry, for they said, the earth may swallow us up. Fire also came forth from the Lord and consumed the 250 men who were offering the incense. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, say to Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, that he shall take up the censers out of the midst of the blaze, for they are holy, and you scatter the burning coals abroad. As for the censers of these men who have sinned at the cost of their lives, let them be sinned, let them be made into hammered sheets for a plating of the altar. Since they did present them before the Lord, and they are holy, they shall be for a sign to the sons of Israel. So Eleazar the priest took the bronze censers, which the men who were burned had offered, and they hammered them out as a plating for the altar, as a reminder to the sons of Israel that no layman who is not of the descendants of Aaron should come near to burn incense before the Lord, so that he will not become like the Korah and his company, just as the Lord has spoken to him through Moses. But on the next day, all the congregation of the sons of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron, saying, you are the ones who have caused the death of the Lord's people. It came about, however, when the congregation had assembled against Moses and Aaron, that they turned toward the tent of meeting, and behold, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord appeared. Then Moses and Aaron came to the front of the tent of meeting, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, get away from among this congregation, that I may consume them instantly. Then they fell on their faces. Moses said to Aaron, take your censer and put it in the fire from the altar, and lay incense on it. Then bring it quickly to the congregation and make atonement for them. For the wrath has gone forth from the Lord, the plague has begun. Then Aaron took it as Moses had spoken and ran into the midst of the assembly. For behold, the plague had begun among the people. So he put on the incense and made atonement for the people. He took his stand between the dead and the living so that the plague was checked. But those who died by the plague was 14,700, besides those who died on account of the Korah. Then Aaron returned to Moses at the doorway of the tent of meeting, for the plague had been checked. Well, it looks like we lost Lana there. So here we have people that are turning against Moses and Aaron, and they are not suited to be among these people. God is saying they are not only taking you on, they are taking me on. And I will not put up with this. Moses pled for his people. God gave him an opportunity to let the people understand and come with them, but he just didn't. They could not. Let's see if I can add Lana back in here.
Hello.
We can hear you.
I can hear you too.
Okay.
Why couldn't I do it on my phone? Samsung is going to hear about this.
Okay. All right.
Now
What do you got from this?
Are you done reading?
Yeah, I snuck in there and read. So yes. So what did you get from what was read today, Lana?
I didn't hear all of it. So the Levites were upset because they had been separated, I believe, and they felt that they weren't included in those. And that's kind of where I got left off. And tell me what else went on, because I'm really not sure.
Well, the people again were grumbling against Moses and Aaron. Moses pled for the people and asked God not to destroy all those people. And he made a plea, which was really great, that said, if one man sins, why should we blame all?
Oh, yeah.
And God said, let those others separate from those. Give them the opportunity to do it. And we hear about the one family getting wiped out. We hear about those that were the leaders grumbling and them being put to death, where the ground opens up and swallows them whole. And then more come to grumble against Moses and Aaron, and let them know that you are to blame for what has happened to the Lord's people. And the Lord appears in a cloud and says, step back from these people, because they are all going. They are all to die, because they have turned against my holy man, my holy men, those that love me, and those that are following my word. And they were taken out. God put an end to it. And these were some things that had to learn. And what I believe the number was either 13,700 or 14,700 that died on that day. So God made those pay the ultimate price for not listening to him.
250 were who were offering the incense. They were burned.
They were burned.
Anything else happened today?
What do you got? The mower's going?
Oh, they're mowing. I'm going to shut that door just a minute. Keep going.
Okay. All right. So here, I'm going to take a look at these. Arnie Carvajal, good morning, Charles and Lana. Blessed to all this cool morning, and Merced. Enjoy this cool morning. Enjoy it. God bless you, Arnie. Thank you for being here, man. We are grateful for you.
Morning.
And you have a wonderful day, both you and Kathy. Lana J. Fitzgerald, late arrival, started having issues with the AC on Saturday. AC repair arrived before 9. Oh ho.
Oh, well,
That's
Lana,
important.
this hasn't been
Important.
Monday either. So,
Things are happening. All right, let's take a quick look here. Kathy, update on our grandson Charlie. He was okay. I'm not sure. He was DX with croup. What's the word? His mom had taken him to the doctor after not
diagnosed with croup.
diagnosed. Okay. And he is taken to the doctor after a night of difficult breathing last Thursday. When Charlie was observed by the doctor, he felt it was serious enough that he needed to go to the Children's Hospital in Fresno. Our daughter was by herself, so the doctor ordered an ambulance to deliver him, and Thursday, both my grandson and daughter took their first ride in an emergency vehicle. We drove down the mountain that evening and retrieved Archie. Okay. How is Charlie doing now? Is he back at home? Has he been released? That's a scary thing. And I am sorry to hear that about poor Charlie. But he got his first ambulance ride. Boy, he got it early.
How old is he?
What is he? He's less than 3 or at 3. So, Charlie, I hope that you are feeling much better. And that is the sincere prayers for all of us that Charlie is feeling better, because that's a tough little deal, especially when you're a little kid not feeling like you can breathe. I had asthma as a youngster from all the smoking that was going on. Oh,
He'll be 2.
He'll be 2 in August. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
He's doing better. All right. Okay. Because I started thinking he's at the oldest he could be would be 3, but 2. Okay, sounds right. I think Kathy would know better than I, for sure. So that is awesome. I'm glad he is doing better, Kathy, and Arnie, and to your daughter and her husband, and little Charlie. And Archie's waiting for his playmate, so we need him to feel better. So, in the end, a total of 14,700 were killed because of their disobedience to the Lord. And I've got a feeling that this happens more often than we know, that God strikes people down. I think that this was written about and recorded in the Bible, but I think there's enough going on in the world that
I think you're right.
things are happening that we're unaware of. But God knows all.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I think there's something that people don't think about is you don't mess with God's people. You just don't mess with them. Moses was a man chosen by God. And when you have people that love the Lord and they're walking in truth, real truth, and you try to hurt them or lie to them or deceive them, and there's a lot of that deception in this world today, and they think they're all going to be fine. They think that everything's going to be covered. Well, the love that we talk about is the love of our Lord Jesus Christ, and that's what we walk in. And I don't think that once you start persecuting God's children, I think you got a plan on a bitter end. And that's that.
And I think there's going to I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I think there's things going on today that when we come to that final place, which, that final place is sometimes depicted differently. Like when people die, they're resting. There will be a new life that they can go to and live. Well, that's promised through Jesus Christ, and that's eternity. And I believe that when the walk here is done, our path just goes on over, and then we're walking with our Savior. There's somebody there to grab your hand and say, hey, this is the new path. A lot of people don't believe that, but I do. I don't believe you lay around and wait for Jesus to shout. I believe he's right there.
Yeah.
So we need to be careful because God doesn't change. His word hasn't changed. He doesn't change. I'm speaking to myself now. I need to remember that. My God
Yeah.
has not changed. And he's
So
awesome.
we look at the Bible, we read about the biblical times. We live in biblical times
Yes, we do.
because this is a continuing story. It is not ended. It won't end until the time that Jesus returns. So we have to remember that and be prepared at all times.
Yes.
All right. I think that is a good place for us to end today. I want to wish everyone a wonderful Monday and go out and enjoy your day, especially
Absolutely.
those who are blessed with not the high heat, but it's coming. It's a promise. It's coming. I believe that promise.
I just wish the wind would go away for a while.
You just want the mowers to go away for a while.
They're going to have fun today. But these are nice mowers. They're nice. When I do my journey around the apartment complex, my power walking, they're very kind. They're supposed to blow that grass away, and clean up, and they'll wait for you to walk by before they blow it in your face. They're very, very nice.
Then they blow it at your back. Well, that's another thing about California. We're eliminating all power mowers, at least gas powered. It's going to happen within the next 2 years.
They can't bring goats in. Are you going to be out there with scissors?
We got goats.
You can't have them.
Well, we're
they're
keeping
animals.
Goats.
Oh, you get to keep the goats.
We're keeping the goats because that's how we're all going to be all living in tents with our goats.
Oh, no, you've got mansions out there, mansions on hills. You've got everything. You've got Disneyland. You've got Hollywood. Let's see, what else do you have out there?
We got Hollywood. We got San Francisco. So we're taken care of. We're well protected.
But, Hollywood, do they do anything good anymore? Somebody put that out there. Why are they even in existence? Do they make any of the good movies? I mean, I know nothing about movies. I really know nothing about that.
Well,
so our good movies, who makes those? Charles.
Well, a lot of the good movies are made independently, and they're filmed everywhere but California.
Yeah.
So,
but you might as well take France and England and just put Hollywood on them because they're making the same stuff if not worse. Why?
They will never be Hollywood.
Oh, they already are weird.
Yeah. All right. Wishing everyone a wonderful day. God bless you all. Enjoy this day. If you'd like to join us tomorrow, we will be here as we continue our walk through the Bible. I want to thank you all for being here today. Lana, thank you for coming in and reading. I'm glad that your internet is back up.
It wasn't my internet. I've had this.
Oh, your laptop went down or computer went down. So
this is the deal.
Time.
Do not get a Samsung laptop. It doesn't charge right.
Okay, so we're going strictly Apple. It's an Apple world.
Well, China needs a little bit of help there too,
Absolutely. All right. God bless you guys. You all have a wonderful day. And remember what our brother Fitz said.
God bless everybody. Have a
red letter day. God bless you guys. We will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.